The Cat-Grizz rivalry is one of the best in college football, and the winner walks away with the Great Divide Trophy. That's going to be the final game in today's triple header, which starts against another rival in North Dakota State. These teams played in the FCS National Championship in real life, and they have a lot of postseason history, as Jonathan Harvey is getting busy early for the Bison, as they're going to start off with the football. They're going to hand it off to him again. He's going to get past the first line of defense, and just like that, they're already in Bobcat territory. 3 straight carries now for Harvey, pulls out this spin move, and I feel like this could be a long day for the Bobcat defense. Now they're going to fake the give to him, and down goes Tyreek Robinson Jr. He's going to be sacked on the play. That's going to result in a 3rd down and long, looking for the conversion, but we're going to get to Robinson again, 4th and 24, as Tariq Barr, he's coming off a monster episode last time around, and now they're going to miss the field goal. It is too far to the left, and it's going to remain a scoreless game. Here's Scottre Humphrey from Montana State. He takes that one to the right side for a pickup of 5. First pass for the day for Tommy Mellott is going to be caught by Lunyata Alexander, picking up a 1st down. Handoff to Scottre Humphrey yet again, and he probably got 4 more yards than he should have there. It's going to be 2nd down and inches, and he's going to easily convert that. Now faced with a 3rd and 7, the Bison are going to send some heat. Mellott is going to get the pass off to his tight end. Ryan Lonergan is going to be marked a yard shy of the 1st down, and the offense is going to stay on the field. Pitching this one out to his running back, Scottre Humphrey, inside of the red zone, picking up much more than needed on that 4th down. But now we're faced with another 3rd and 7. It's going to be caught, and Taco Dollar is down at the goal line, and we're just going to punch it in with our fullback, Max Murphy, and that's going to give Montana State the early lead. How does North Dakota State respond to this one now? This pass is going to be caught. What a grab by the receiver, laying out for that one. Handoff to Harvey now. He's going to bounce off of a defender and pick up 6 on the ground. Final minute in the 1st quarter. It's going to be another run for Harvey, and he's going to break loose down the left sideline. Finally, Montana State was able to get to him, but not until he's inside of the 20. Now off his back foot, pass is going to be to Harvey, and he has been the life of this NDSU offense, tying the game up at 7. Montana State looking to respond. Final play of the quarter is going to be a quick pass to his tight end, and Lonergan's going to get pushed over the 1st down marker. Now Mellott's going to pitch this one out to Humphrey, tries to get the angle right there, and he gets into open space, tries to make a move. It doesn't work, but still a big run. We're going to continue to feed our man Scottre Humphrey, gets the eds on the outside, makes a move, and picks up another Bobcat 1st down, averaging 7 yards per carry. Give it to him again, great blocking, and he's going to get 8 right there, down to the 4. That's going to make this 3rd down and short. Handoff to Humphrey. He's going to get blown up, and it's going to make it 4th down and 4. The offense stays on the field, but there's a flag on the play. And it's going to be a false start on the offense. So instead of going for it on 4th down, we're going to bring out Adams, who gives us the lead back. 10-7 is the score with 7 minutes left to go now in the 2nd quarter. Tyreek Robinson Jr. is going to air this one out. It's going to be caught getting into open space, and down inside of Bobcat territory is Malik Collins. Now they're going to run the football, and they're going to be going backwards. That's going to set up 3rd down and long. Looking for the conversion. They're going to go underneath the tight end. He cuts up field, and he's going to be a couple yards shy of the sticks. So they're going to attempt a long field goal right here, and it is going to be up and good. All knotted up once again. Looks like it's going to be a pretty close one. Obviously, 2 of the newest schools to the FBS level now, as we're going to pitch this one out to Elijah Elliott, and the freshman backup running back's going to take this one down the left side across the 40-yard line. Now faced with a 3rd and 9, and down goes Mellott. The Bison pass rush gets home for the first time today. 3rd down and 8. Montana State trying to force a 3 and out after the NDSU defense gets a stop, and that's exactly what they're going to do, as we're also going to be burning a timeout. Trying to extend our lead, or actually take a lead here in the final minute, but instead Mellott has a terrible throw off his back foot, intercepted, and now the Bison have a great opportunity to take the lead in this final minute of the 2nd quarter. Tyreek Robinson is going to be taken down on this play. He rolled directly into the pressure there. That's going to result in a 3rd down and 22, and down goes the quarterback again, the 4th time Montana State has gotten to him, and it's not even halftime yet. That's not going to stop them from attempting this long field goal, though. Kick is up and good. 41 seconds left to go before the break, but Malott once more. Pass is going to be caught on that left side by Ty McCulloch, and that's going to get us near the 50. Pass downfield yet again is going to be caught. McCulloch with back-to-back big receptions gets us down to the 26. Malott has a man open over the middle. Taco Dollar is going to be down inside of the 10. Goal to go now. Pitching this one out to Elijah Elliott. Does he have the corner? No, not quite. Out of bounds at the 1. Third down and goal. Toss play, and White is not going to be able to get in. 3 seconds left on the clock, and we're going to burn a timeout. And this is to tie the game up now going into halftime, and that's exactly what we're going to do, all knotted up at 13. MSU's going to get the football to open up the second half of play now, setting up a screen here for Scottre Humphrey. His wear and tear is taking a little bit of a hit, but that does not stop him from picking up 7, and then we're going to convert with the fullback on third down and short. Faced with another third down on this drive, Malott's going to step up, fire. It's going to be caught, but 3 yards away from that first down marker, so we're going to bring out Brendan Hall and punt this one away. Here goes Jonathan Harvey on the carry, breaks out of the initial contact, and picks up 7 on the ground. Third down and 3 now, and Montana State's going to get the stop. They tried to run it with Harvey. We brought him down for a loss, and we got our offense the football back. Pass is going to be caught by the second-string tight end, Hunter Providence, and that's going to move the chains, but we're going to need to move the chains yet again here on 3rd and 11, and that's not going to be happening. Double man coverage on Taco Dollar, and we're punting the football away yet again. Now NDSU with a 3rd and 6, and we're just trading 3 and outs, it feels like, at this point, as we're going to get to the quarterback yet again. Third down and long for Montana State. Can someone have a conversion here? No, not quite, as Alexander is unable to hold on to that one. A minute left to go in a very defensive third quarter. Pass up top is going to be caught, and that's going to be a big play for the Bison. This pass is now going to be intercepted, and this looks like he's going to be able to take it all the way back for a Bobcat pick 6. What a play there. And I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, honestly, but we'll just call him Drew. 51-yard pick 6 is going to give Montana State the lead now as we go into the final quarter of this one. Pass on third down is going to be incomplete, so now the offense has a chance to extend our lead. Scottre Humphrey on the run now. He's going to pick up 5. Third down and 4. Montana State wants the conversion. Malott's got a man wide open underneath. It's Alexander out to the 46. Coming out in a power formation. Now it's going to be a toss for Elijah Elliott. Trying to get the edge, and he does just enough to pick up the first. 8.5 minutes left to go. No, RPO's going to be intercepted, and Malott didn't see him there. Threw it right into the defender's hands. That's going to be a big play there for the Bison, and now they have an opportunity to go downfield and tie this game up at 20, but that's a great play made by the defense, getting to Harvey for a loss of 4. Now they want to set up a screen for him, but Robinson can't get the pass off as we get to the quarterback yet again, causing third down and 23 now. He's going to step up into the pocket and just launch this one out of bounds, and we're going to be getting the football back. 7 minutes left to go now. A score on this drive would feel great to go up by 2 possessions. We're going to need to convert on third down if we want to do that, though. Malott with the throw over the middle. That's going to be caught by McCulloch, and that's going to move the chains. Malott dropping back to throw over the middle. He's got Providence for the second time today, and yet again, he's going to be moving the sticks. Now back to grounding and pounding the football, and we're going to pick up 4 there with Scottre Humphrey. Third down and manageable. Malott's going to be rolling to his right. He wanted to throw it, didn't like the lane though, and he ends up getting taken down here as we have an injury timeout for the Bison. They have 2.5 minutes now to go downfield and force overtime. Pass is going to be caught and pick up a quick first down. Robinson, he's got a clean pocket here. Going to check this one down to the left side and pick up an easy 6. Third down, looking for the conversion. Robinson once again has a clean pocket all day to throw as he launches that one downfield into coverage, and the defense doesn't let that one happen. 4th down and 4. Now we're going to send some heat, but it's not going to matter as they have enough for the conversion. That's going to keep this drive alive. A strike over the middle is going to pick up another 4 yards, but they need more than 4 yards of play on this drive. They can't be dinking and dunking the whole time, especially if we keep taking down Robinson. That's the 7th sack this Bobcat defense has today. third down and long now. Pass is going to be, it looked underthrown, but still held on to. And now the Bison are going to be burning their timeouts. Under a minute left, wide open over the middle. He's got his tight end. That's going to pick up a quick first down. They're down to just a single timeout. Robinson throwing this one to the right side now. It's going to be caught by Harvey. He's unable to get out of bounds. And now NDSU is all out of timeouts. 33 seconds left. It's going to be third and short. And he's going to be intercepted on the play. Is that Takari Carr coming away with a big interception there? Or no, I think that is Gray coming away with the big play. But either way, Montana State defense comes up clutch at the end here. And we're going to take down the Bison 20-13 with Drew being the player of the game. Malott didn't play half bad, I feel like, but the stats don't really reflect that, especially with no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. In fact, our only touchdown on offense today came from the fullback, Max Murphy. The only other one came from the pick 6 that we got earlier in the game. Ty McCulloch was our leading receiver, though, with Alexander having 42 yards, and then our tight ends also getting involved. Only 2 receptions for 31 for Taco Dollar. Defensively, they played fantastic, only giving up 13 points and coming away with 2 huge interceptions and 7 sacks of the quarterback. This Bobcat pass rush has just been insane at certain stretches of the season. Kicking has also been pretty good for us. Casey Adams 2 for 2 after an egregious start to the season. It's nice to see. We also got Thaddeus Caraway, a 3-star running back, to commit to us, so you love to see that, as we love to run the football here at Montana State. And next up, we've got a match against Sam Houston. The last time these 2 times played was in the 2021 playoffs, where the Bobcats, who were the 8 seed going into that one, just annihilated the 1-seeded Sam Houston Bearcats here on their way to a championship appearance and unfortunate loss to the Bison. We're going to start off great on defense, forcing a quick 3-and-out as we get our 8th sack in this video so far. And now we have Tommy Malott and the offense out on the field. Scott Ray Humphrey with a big run up the middle, and that last line of defense was able to bring him down at the 50. We're going to give it to him again. Great blocking on this play, and then he's going to get out to the 45 or the 35-yard line. This pass is going to be caught by Alexander, and he's going to pick up a 3rd Bobcat first down. Back to the ground game we go now with Scontre Humphrey running over defenders and picking up 4 yards on the ground right there. Now 3rd down and 6. We're going to pitch it out to him. It looks like he has room for Pater, and that's exactly where he finds himself, in the end zone for a Bobcat touchdown. That's the way you start off this game. This pass is going to be caught, and that's going to be a pickup of 6 there for Sam Houston, as now they're going to run a very similar play to the other side of the field, setting up 3rd down and short. Now they're just going to be running the football and breaking free, getting out across the 50-yard line. Dropping back to throw yet again now, launching this one to the end zone, and it's going to be knocked away. Great play made there by Taden Gray. 2nd down and 10. They're going to run the football with Zach right up the middle, picking up 6. That makes this 3rd down and manageable. Quick pass is going to be incomplete. Great job by Ryan Ort to break that one up. And now they're going to be attempting a 59-yard field goal, and somehow they made it. Apparently they have a future NFL kicker on their roster. 7-3 is the score now. Toss play to the right for Scott Trey Humphrey. Gets away from the first man and picks up a Bobcat first down. We're going to need a first down right here. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Malott rolling to his right. He's going to take this one himself, keep it down the right sideline, steps out of bounds after picking up a first. But now we face another 3rd and 9, and I don't think Malott's going to be able to run out of this one. He's going to throw that one, just try something. Nowhere near any receiver, though, so Hall's going to have to punt this one away. 2nd down and 9 on the ensuing Bearcat drive. Pass over the middle is going to be caught and pick up a first down. But now they face a 3rd down, and they're going to be converting. And even better than that, Malik Phillips is going to cut that one upfield, get them down to the 26-yard line. Now Barner looking to fire that one to the left side. He's going to be intercepted, and this Bobcat defense can just be locked down sometimes. Don't ask about other times where we've given up over 40. Here's a run for Scott Trey Humphrey, trying to follow all those blockers that he's got up front. He's going to pick up 8 on the ground. Now Malott wants to throw this one. He's got his fullback, Max Murphy, and that's going to move the chains. Second down yet again, pitching this one out to Scottre Humphrey. He's got room for a first down, makes a nice move, and that's going to gain him a couple more yards on top of that. Second down, now we're going to give it to Elijah Elliott, and the freshman is going to pick up another Bobcat first down. Out of the eye, now we're going to be running this one with Humphrey. Tries to make the first man miss. He shakes him off of him and gets all the way out to the 30-yard line, already over the century mark today. Sam Houston's going to send a blitz here, but we're going to be able to pick it up. Malott throws that one with pressure in his face, gets it out to his tight end. That's going to get us down the goal to go, and now Humphrey is going to get into the end zone untouched for a Bobcat touchdown. Sam Houston trying to not to fall too far behind in this one. This pass over the middle is going to be caught and pick up 3 yards right there. Big third down and 5 as they attempt the 2-minute drill. This pass is going to be tipped into a Ryan Ort interception. He's going to get it returned out to the 45-yard line. Huge play made there by Montana State. And now we're going to try to extend our lead here before halftime. Again, with pressure in his face, Malott is able to connect with his tight end, Ryan Lonergan. That's going to get us into Bearcat territory. And now we've got our man Taco Dollar taking this one upfield out near the 20. Third down and 8. The clock is running down, but it's not going to matter because that's going to be a touchdown for Montana State. Ty McCulloch broke free of the press at the beginning, and that's going to give us an 18-point lead at halftime. The Bobcats are going to get the football to start off the second half once again as we're looking to extend our lead even more, and that's a good start to the drive. Big run by Scottre Humphrey. We're going to feed it to him again, this time to the left side of the field. Following his blockers as they do a fantastic job downfield, we get into Sam Houston territory. Play fake now, Malott able to evade the defenders. Takes a shot downfield, but that one's going to be knocked away. Out of the eye now, handoff is going to go to Humphrey, and he's going to be taken down near that first down marker. We're going to give it to Elijah Elliott. He's going to finish the job, and a whole lot more, trying to get down inside of the 10. That's where they push him out of bounds. Malott with the strike to the left side now, and that pass is going to be caught by Alexander. What a grab there to keep his feet in bounds, and now Scottre Humphrey is in the end zone yet again for another Bobcat touchdown. It is 28-3. Surely we cannot be choking this lead. Here's Boyer on the quarterback keeper now, and he's going to pick up a quick Sam Houston first down. Second and 8, he's got time in the pocket, and he's going to step up into a sack there by Perkins. Third down and long. Boyer moving around in the pocket yet again, rolling to his right. He's going to take off and run, surprisingly mobile, but nowhere near the first down. Montana State already into the fourth quarter of play as we're just looking to continue to just run over these Bearcats. It's going to be third down and 1. Malott's going to keep this one himself. First down, Montana State, and more steps out of bounds to avoid the big hit. Faced with another third down, it's going to be another run, this time by Scottre Humphrey, and he's going to pick up just enough to keep this drive alive. Handoff to Elijah Elliott on yet another third down, and this Bearcat defense cannot get us off of the field. Already under 6 minutes left to play in this one. Malott wants to step up into the pocket and right into a sack. The Bearcats take him down for the first time today. Make it 2 times in a row now. Back-to-back sacks for Sam Houston. And now we're going to be attempting a 60-yard field goal for Casey Adams. Really testing our kicker's limit, and it's going to fall just shy. But that's not really too surprising. A lot of NFL kickers, I feel like, would struggle with that one. Down to the final play of the game already as we're just zooming through the second half of play. Intercepted by Takari Carr in the end zone just to make the stats look a little bit better as Montana State dominates this one in another game of former FCS schools. Scottre Humphrey went for $175 and 3 touchdowns on 29 attempts. Malott only had 106 yards passing and a single touchdown throughout this one because Humphrey really did a lot of that heavy lifting. 49 yards for Elijah Elliott on just 6 carries as well. Malott also had 17 yards on the ground. Ryan Lonergan with the most receptions and receiving yards at 38. Ty McCulloch had the lone receiving touchdown. And once again, what a performance by this defense. We continue to get into the backfield with TFLs. We got 3 sacks and came away with 3 interceptions as well. That performance is going to win Scottre Humphrey Mountain West Player of the Week offensively. What a day he had, and he really impressed a couple couple of prospects, including a quarterback and a fullback, Alexander Anger, and that is definitely a fullback name. We're also going to be pursuing this bust, but he's still a 3-star corner, and I feel like we do need some more help on the defensive side of things. Even though the defense has been playing great, you always have to be recruiting, and we did grab ourselves a kicker the next week, so that's great to see, as now we have the lead up to our most important game of the year, the Brawl of the Wild. Cat Grizz winner gets bragging rights across the entire state of Montana. There are no professional teams in this state, so this is all that the fans here have got. There's a look at Coach Denarius McGee. He knows all about the importance of this game, being a 4-year starter for Montana State at quarterback in the late 2000s and early 2010s. Montana State's going to be starting this game off with the football. Solid run there by Scott Trey Humphrey. 2nd down and 6. Malot's got his man, Hunter Providence, the backup tight end, making moves and already getting us into Grizzly territory. Out in the eye, but we're looking to throw for it. Pass is going to be caught by Humphrey, making the corner look silly, and he's going to pick up 9 on that reception. Out in the pistol now, we're going to continue to feed Scott Trey Humphrey, our #1 weapon on offense, it feels like, as he's going to move the chains. Great first drive of the game so far. Now off of the play fake to our best weapon, it's Hunter Providence for a 2nd time on this drive, and he's going to be taken down on the outskirts of the red zone. Handoff to Elijah Elliott now, trying to get shifty with it, and he's going to pick up 9 yards on the ground. Handoff is going to go to Humphrey yet again, cutting this one up the gut, and that's going to set up goal to go now for Montana State. Handoff to Humphrey following his blockers, taken down at the 1. I formation, Malot's just going to keep this one himself for a Bobcat touchdown, and that is the way you put together an opening drive against your biggest rival. Here's a look at the Grizzly team. Junior Bergen, 84 overall, one of the most electric players when he was down at the FCS level, and still a great player here at the FBS level. Their quarterback is Michael Martin. I made Logan Fife on this file, but for whatever reason they wouldn't start him, even though he is the higher overall over their other quarterback, Martin. So we're just going to have to deal with it right now, but at least they are starting Eli Gilman, who was their running back in real life in 2024. Martin's going to throw this one on the move, and maybe that's the reason why they got him in the game. Connecting with Junior Bergen, and the speedster is gone. The Grizzlies respond to the Bobcat touchdown very quickly. 3rd down and 6 now. Malott looking for the conversion, and he's got it and a whole lot more. Ryan Lonergan, the tight end, looking for pay dirt, but he's not the fastest guy in the world. They're going to hunt him down, but he does set up goal to go. Malott's going to keep this one himself. He's got the edge, and for the 2nd time today, finds himself in the end zone for Montana State, and we might have a good one on our hands. Traditionally, this game is played at noon, but now with the move to the FBS level, they're going to be playing this game at night from now on, it looks like. 2nd down and 4 after their quarterback somehow picked up rushing yards right there. Intercepted by Takari Carr, and not a Grizzly in sight, celebrating his way into the end zone for a Bobcat touchdown. And all the momentum is going MSU's way right now. The fans here in Bozeman are loving it. Quick pass out to the tight end is going to be caught and pick up 5. Handoff to Eli Gilman now. He's going to fight his way right up the gut and pick up a Bobcat 1st down. That's going to take us into the 2nd quarter. All day for Martin to throw this football now. He's just going to check this one down to Gilman. He's going to cut it upfield down the right sideline and pick up 7. Michael Martin looking to throw yet again. He's just going to check that one down to a wide open receiver, and that's going to get them into Bobcat territory. Gilman on the handoff now. He's going to take that one to the right side of the field, picking up 6. And now on 3rd down, they're going to empty things out. Martin dropping back to throw, launching this one downfield, and that was a terrible underthrow it looked like there. And they're going to be attempting a 54-yard field goal now. This kick is going to be up and good, but there's a flag down on the play, and I think we ran into the kicker, and that's exactly what it's for. But as we look at the replay here, that was a very weak call to extend this Grizzlies drive. Faced with a 3rd down and 11, and the screen pass is not going to work, so they're still going to have to settle for a field goal. This one from 40 yards out, but it's going to be blocked, and that is Colton Peter, the man who got hit with the penalty on the earlier kick, making up for his mistake. So no points for the Grizzlies on that drive as Montana State's offense is continuing to get busy. Scottre Humphrey picks up a first down. Malott with a quick dump off to his tight end, and Lonergan's going to pick up 4 right there. Malott already has more passing yards in this one than he did against the Bearcats in the previous game. Pass is going to be caught down the left sideline is Ty McCulloch, getting us into Grizz territory. Run for Scottre Humphrey now. He's got some great blockers in front of him, and that's going to get him over 50 yards today. Malott's going to keep this one himself, tries to cut it upfield, lost the football, and the Grizzlies jump on top of it. Unfortunately for them, though, one of their better players on defense, Dylan Smith, is a little shaken up. This pass is going to be into traffic and intercepted to Kari Carr for the second time today. He already has 1 pick six. I don't think the linemen are going to catch him. Unbelievable. The fans in Bozeman going just ballistic to Kari Carr with 2 pick sixes in the first half here in the Brawl of the Wild. And they're trying to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, but Junior Bergen is going backwards. Second down and 13, and my user was there, but just not quite, and that's going to pick up a first down for the Grizzlies. Gilman now on a carry to the right side. Big run here for the Grizz, and that's going to get them into Bobcat territory as now Gilman is over 600 rushing yards this season. Grizzlies continuing their drive, trying to get back into this one as they now find themselves down by 21, and that's a good throw over the middle to the tight end, Evan Schaefer. Out to the 34-yard line, and down goes Martin. Big play there by Kemp, and that's going to be a 4-yard loss for the Grizzlies. Handoff is going to go to Gilman, hesitates and cuts this one upfield. That's going to make this third down a lot more manageable as we're down to the 2-minute warning, and down goes Martin yet again. Perkins coming away with a big sack, and that's going to force a 52-yard field goal attempt here, which is up and good. Apparently the Grizzlies also have a crazy kicker, but the Bobcat offense does not care as they come out onto the field celebrating as they're trying to put together a 2-minute drill. Nice reception made by Taco Dollar there, and they are going to give him forward progress. Second down and 4. Malott has to outrun this defensive lineman. That's exactly what he does. Slides down at the 39-yard line. 30 seconds left to go in the half. Now Malott's going to throw that one on the move as he's under pressure, and it's going to be caught by Ty McCulloch as Montana State is going to use their first timeout with just under 30 seconds left now. Malott's got time. He's going to throw that one on the move, caught by Ryan Lonergan, and he's going to get out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Malott trying to get us into the end zone here, but instead he's going to be intercepted over the middle, lurked into that play, and the Grizzlies have something else going their way on defense now, and that could really kill the momentum and maybe even swing it in their favor. They're also going to start off the second half with the football, so they could still totally make this a game. That pass is going to be caught and pick up 6 yards, but now it's going to be third down. Martin is going to be taken down, tried throwing in the face of pressure, but for the third time today, Montana State takes down the Grizzlies quarterback. Faced with a third down of our own, Malott wants to do this one himself, bounces off of the first man, but the second one, the linebacker, takes him down there, and we're going to have to punt this one away with Brendan Hall, one of the tallest punters in the nation, but he's not even going to get the punt off. I mean, sometimes you see a punt get blocked. How often do you see a punter actually get tackled, though? This pass across his body is going to be caught by Schaefer, and the tight end's going to pick up 5 yards right there. Third down and 3. Montana State sends a little bit of heat, but they're going to have the conversion and more. Eric Baker, the tight end, gets into the end zone for a Grizzly touchdown, and Montana is not dead yet. Only down by 2 possessions with plenty of time left to go. Scottre Humphrey on the screen is going to take this one upfield out to the 32-yard line. Now we're going to give it to White on the ground. Tries to make a move, and he is able to pick up 6. Third down and 2. We're going to get this one into the hands of Lanyata Alexander Jr. into Montana territory, and that's going to get Malott over 200 yards passing. Here is a run from Humphrey, and that's going to make this third down and manageable. Malott wants to run for it here. He's going to keep this one himself, steps out of bounds after picking up a first down as Dylan Smith is shaken up for a second time today. Scottre Humphrey makes a nice spin to the inside there, and that's going to make this next third down very short. Malott wants to maybe run for this one himself. He's got his man open. He also had B downfield, but he had 2 good options there to convert the third down. faced with another third down, but this one is a lot less manageable. 3rd and 12. Scottre Humphrey's only going to pick up 3 yards on the ground here, so we're going to bring out Casey Adams for this field goal attempt to extend the lead. It is up and good. We're up by 14 with 11 minutes left to go. Martin's got time in the pocket, launches this one downfield, intercepted yet again, threw that one into a crowd. We're going to get a nice return out of it too, as the Grizzlies are just not playing great, as you can tell by their record at 4-7. Maybe not the best season, but honestly, for a team that just came up from the FBS, it's not very bad. And I'm honestly surprised that if we're able to hold on to this victory, we can get up to 8-4 on the year. Malott on the quarterback keeper gets suplexed on the play, but still picks up the 3rd down, trying to convert on 3rd down yet again, but a fantastic play made there by the DB. And now we're going to attempt a 52-yard field goal with Casey Adams. It is up and good. I have definitely gotten better with my kicking as this inaugural season has gone on. Michael Martin stepping up into the pocket. He had all day, but that time was eventually going to expire, and for the 4th time tonight, he gets taken down. 3rd and long now. This pass in the traffic is going to be intercepted yet again. Taden Gray looking for a 3rd pick 6 on the day for this Bobcat defense. It's not going to happen there though, but that very well could be the nail in the coffin, as we're just going to bleed out a lot of the clock on that next Bobcat drive, and it's going to end in a Taco Dollar touchdown. 3 minutes left to go in this one, and things have just really collapsed for the Grizzlies. It felt like when they got that stop on that punt there that maybe they would be able to come back, but they really didn't do much after that. Michael Martin is going to be taken down yet again, panicking on the play, losing the football. Cole Taylor, the freshman, jumps on top of it, and that's going to be all she wrote in this one. 41-17. The Bobcats dismantling the Grizzlies, similar to how they did in real life in 2024, and obviously Carr is going to be the player of the game with not just 1, but 2 pick 6s. We've seen a lot of great pick 6s in this video from the Bobcat secondary. Defensively, Ryan Lonergan had his best game of the year, a yard shy of 100. Taco Dollar with the lone receiving touchdown for Montana State. Defensively, we were just in the backfield, whether it was TFLs, sacks, and we did a great job with interceptions as well, coming away with 4 of them. And of course, that performance is going to get Takari Carr Defensive Player of the Week nationally. Rick Jewell was there actually on a visit against the Grizzlies, and he didn't yet commit, but we're getting close. And we also got this punter, Trevor Honeycutt, and it just took 1 week later for Rick Jewell to commit to the Bobcats. Now we're going to take a look at some of the award winners. Jalen Milroe out of Alabama is going to be the Heisman Trophy winner. Best defensive player is going to go to a freshman, Cole Taylor. That's crazy to see, but he also had 23 TFLs and 16 sacks. He also wins best linebacker. Ryan Ort with his 4 interceptions wins best defensive back, and I'm surprised to see so many award winners from MSU, as we also have our first bowl game of the series, the Hawaii Bowl against UConn, which will take place next episode. Here's a look at the rest of the contenders in the Heisman Trophy, with Cam Rising coming 2nd in voting. Tommy Malott, his senior season, 20 touchdowns, but the interceptions were a little bit high, and yes, I think a lot of that you can just blame on the user play. Over 1,100 yards and 9 scores for Scottre Humphrey, 5.1 yards per carry, a phenomenal season from him. Malott also had over 400 yards and 6 scores on the ground. Receiving wise, Lanyata Alexander was our top guy in both yards and receptions, followed by Ty McCulloch and Taco Dollar, who I would love to get more involved. And somehow, despite having 28 receptions, not a single one of them went for a touchdown for tight end Ryan Lonergan. Scottre Humphrey also got involved in the receiving game. Javonte King, he even came away with 2 touchdowns this season. Ryan Ort led us in tackles, 23 TFLs for Taylor, though 21 for Tariq Barr. So this defense just played great, and I think I am going to mess with the sliders going into Season 2 a little bit. Matt 10 has a good pack, I think, and he's normally pretty good when it comes to those, so I think I'm going to apply those next season, as we came away with a lot of stats, as you see here defensively, that I'm happy that we got, but it just doesn't feel very realistic for these players in the 70s and low 80s overall to be getting. I know we're not in a super strong conference, we're not in a Power 4 or anything like that, but I feel like we shouldn't be getting quite the numbers that we did throughout this inaugural season. Kicking wise, Casey Adams really did turn it around in the second half of the year. I feel like at one point we were like, 3 for 10, I think, or something like that. So to finish 5 of 15 might look ugly, but honestly, I'm okay with it, although he is at risk at transferring out. And then Brandon Hall, one of the best punchers in the nation, in my opinion. Scottrey Humphrey and McCade O'Reilly were first team all Mountain West. Jared Perkins, we also had some other players here in all second team for the Mountain West, but I feel like it is based purely off of overall and has nothing to do with performance, as we have a number of players here for the freshman team in the Mountain West Conference. Pretty much all of our linebackers seem to have made it, as well as a couple of our DBs and our backup kicker who never took a single snap. Looking at our conference standings, Fresno State and Hawaii and San Diego State were all ranked. We came in 4th ahead of Boise State, San Jose State, the Grizzlies, UNLV, Colorado State, Nevada, Air Force, New Mexico, Utah State, and Wyoming, bottom of the barrel, but they actually beat us pretty handily earlier in the year. I also want to take a look at the MAC standings, where South Dakota State finished in 3rd, but I'm surprised that NDSU was all the way down there at 10. I feel like they would be a whole lot better in real life if they were in that conference. Here's a look at the top 25 at the end of the regular season now. Clemson at 1, and then Utah, the only undefeated team throughout the nation. Here's a look at the results of all of the conference championships. You will see that even though Fresno State hosted the Mountain West game, Hawaii came away with the title of champion. You also have Buffalo and Eastern Michigan playing for the MAC championship. So none of these new teams that came in was able to make that big of an impact, although I feel like we were pretty solid. Here's a look at the playoff bracket, and we'll take a look at who is the champion in next episode. Here's a look at our recruits. Now that it's early signing day, Chet Jarvis looks like he's going to be pretty good. A lot of normal and impact development, but Thaddeus Caraway is going to be a star at running back. We got some normal, we got some impact, and of course, we're still going to have to look at the transfer portal, which we're going to do after our bowl game in the next episode. I do have an opportunity to get rid of our coordinators, but honestly, I'm fine with them, so I'm not going to do that. And that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leaving a like is always appreciated. And until next time, this has been Jeffrey.